What's up, guys? This is Ninja on a Ninja, and he is in his bedroom once. It's temporary, but it's kind of nice to be in my own room. Anyways, I had a little bit of a video for you today, um, and basically it's on Destiny's main channel. So as you can see, it's Alex Jones joins panel to debate Destiny. I think this is uploaded today, um, like sometime yesterday, I think. Uh, anyways, like last night, pretty much some point last night. Anyways, the point I'm trying to get to here is that Alex Jones makes this point, and I just want to touch up on it a little bit because it's really kind of an important thing to consider. It's nothing like you'll see. It's not just.
Go back to YouTube and Google and all of it. It's a parent company 20 years ago. They on purpose put us in groups and then put the most radical in there to push those groups to divide us and make us a new country. And I was part of that. I didn't know I was being used, but they were pushing me because they could take out of context a few things they liked that were radical or crazy. But I didn't do it on purpose. So exactly what Luke just said, you can't ban algorithms, you can't ban them, but we should be aware of it. But absolutely, they set up the algorithm that made the left wing so crazy, that made the right wing so crazy, that turned this country into what we are.
Okay. Oh, wait, did I just mute or unmute? Okay, I think I've been muted the whole time, which is unfortunate. But okay, so basically, hopefully, you heard what he said right there. And the thing I wanted to add to this point is basically that what he said has been going on for a very long time. And my point to this is if you look at little kids today and like people that are like in the 25s, like around 30 years old, like they are all in the same boat. They're not as messed up as some of these little kids, but like they're pretty much on the same boat. You know what I'm saying? So this has been going on for a long, long time. And the point I want to try to draw you to, is the fact that have you noticed that every single song basically is about like sex and drugs and trying to be a gangster and being top dog, being alpha, and how it's good to be a basic B at. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the main theme for a lot of what is out there right now. And there's like TV shows where they'll encourage people to not be a scientist, not be a thinker, not be someone who uses their mind, but to be an athlete, someone who's physical, someone who's basically stupid when it comes to debate, someone who's obedient. You know, I'm forceful and I'll fight you, but when my mom tells me to do something, I'm gonna attack people because my mom said to do something, right? That makes you you're a soldier. You're an ant. You're a warrior ant, right? You're gonna go off and die stupidly. That's what they want you to be, right? And again, just look at it as a scenario. That makes you easy to control. You become a sheep. That's why a lot of people are like, I'm down for America, America first, America's voice, one true America, whatever, all this crap. And then there's like military too. I'm a military family. I'm everything for the military. That's why Bill Burr, he said that Donald Trump was basically not guilty at all for the exact word that they used, but it wasn't true. But everyone believed him anyway. Why? Because he was in the government. So because he is in the government and a seat of authority, we're going to listen to him. And that's basically what happened. Um, so the point I'm trying to get to basically is that all of this is pretty much like a psyop. Basically, it's not like as bad as like the psyops we see on TV and in movies, but it's a form of psyop where they're actually like they're controlling your minds. And as he said, as Alex Jones said, it's not like they're coming out there and be like, "Hey, do this." And so what they're doing is like, okay, so which one of these idiots is out there telling people to do this? Aha, this person. Cardi B is telling them to do this. Boom, she explodes. Now all little girls are acting like her. You know, saying, "Oh, this guy's really dumb, so let's have everyone follow this guy." Boom, it explodes. And people that actually explode like authentically, they're not going to have 50 million followers. They're not going to have like 100 million followers. They're going to have like 50,000, and like there'll be 5,000 people watching them. But like over the course of like a month, they'll have 500,000 views. You know what I'm saying? So like watch these numbers. It's a very important thing to actually notice, pay attention to. Because like a lot of people like, I only have 50 people that watch me every day. Boo hoo. That's pretty damn good, to be honest with you. On a realistic level, that's not bad. 100 people, 20 people, that's not bad. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, uh, Also, another point is that they'll also another point on what they'll do is they'll move the market to where the kids are located, basically. And I have a theory. I watched a video a long time ago, and basically it was like your daughters are like 18, and they go and bring their daughters to like a modeling school, and they're dressed in like a bra and underwear, and they're trying to make them look as pretty as they possibly can to become models, and they go overseas to become models, quote unquote. And like they think that's a good idea. They think that's a fair thing. So like they're sending their best overseas. This is on YouTube a long time ago. I don't think you can find it anymore. Again, it was I think it was either Russia or yeah, I think it was Russia. And they sent it to China, I want to say. Again, it was a long, long time ago. But I'm bringing this up because that's how Russia basically, and again, in my opinion, they kind of fell and why they can't rise up and be anything more. Because that's kind of the system right there. They're just grinding out and using people and discarding them like a machine, eating up and throwing them away. Toxic waste. Like a lot of these corporations in the world, they go and taking all of this green, all this money, all of this life, and they just shit out, just bullshit like chemicals and yada yada oils and whatever. They don't care. They're just out there to get all this money and shit out the other side. That's what they're doing. What they're doing with people and such. And that's the whole system in a nutshell. So, anyways, again, watch what he said again if you need to. But that's what's going on. And I call this dictation of the narration, basically. They're talking to sheep, and this is why they want schools to suck. And this is why you don't have critical thinking taught in schools until you go to college. Because by then, the learning aspect is over. If they taught you how to be like, for example, if you're like in sixth, seventh, or eighth grade or something like that, and they forced you to take one class that was law and one class that was philosophy and possibly psychology as well, society would be way better because people would have a bigger, more broader mindset. They could see the world as it is. They're not taking big picture scenarios. But instead, all they teach you is the math and then your history, which it's fair to understand the history, but if you have no impact on the world, it doesn't matter. Like Hitler can be popping up right now. You know that Hitler's a bad thing, but it doesn't matter because you can't, what I'm saying? You don't see the danger. Oh, Hitler was a bad idea, but I don't know this guy exists because I'm not looking at politics. I'm not aware it's a thing. So I'm going to see Hitler becoming a thing until they come at my door. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, it's all theory, it's all speculation, but I truly believe this stuff to a certain degree. And if you come to me and talk to me and actually discuss with me about why I feel certain ways, I can explain it to you, and you may honestly feel the same way that I do. So, anyways, that's it. Thank you for watching. Sorry I talked for so long. This is meant to be a kind of short video. But, the last thing I want to say when I was mentioning the Russia stuff, that's what they're trying to do in America today. That's why little kids are basically stupid and sluts and they can't talk right. Why dudes are dogs. They're just out there trying to get their, have their sex and do the drugs and party and drink and have fun, and how they all are working at FedEx and how unions are on the decline. And the only reason why they're actually stepping up again is because we actually have people like Bernie Sanders that is out there fighting for unions and whatnot. But there's people that are breaking them down. No one's stopping the breakdown except for like Bernie Sanders. There's certain people stepping up. The other day, there's two congressmen that were black that got kicked out of the government, basically, and they came back because the people are like, no, 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 we want them there. And so then they came back. And there's a lot of the stuff going on in the world, and they're trying to force these things. And it's only now that people are paying attention that it's actually kind of slowing down. But it's still happening. So, anyways, that's it. I got to go because, again, it's a lot of stuff to say, a lot of stuff to talk about. So, anyways, that's it. Take it out. Keep it easy. Have a good one. And peace.